In just 3 months, I will be running the Tokyo Marathon, which will also be the end of my 6-star journey that I started 6 years ago. Due to the pandemic, it took me a couple of extra years than intended. But now it's time to grab that 6-star. But I thought, why stop there? I will also go for a new marathon PB in Tokyo. My 3 latest marathons have all been around 3 hours and 15 minutes, and my personal best is from last year, running a marathon in the time of 3:13. In this video I will tell you what changes I will do in my training to be able to run for another PB in Tokyo. As you might know, I do a lot of easy aerobic runs combined with some faster interval workouts. I aim to never run more than 15 to 20% of my total load at threshold pace or faster, and that's one thing that will remain the same, but I will more consistently run hard closer to 20% than 15%. If I, for example, run 100k a week, that 5% will be 5k, and I think that will be of importance. So the major change this time is that I have written myself a training plan for the first time, and that is because of 2 reasons. My first reason is that I need some new inspiration to be able to hit that PB, and I was thinking of getting a coach to help me with a training plan, but then I thought, what the heck, I know this, I know what I have to do to run a faster marathon. Through all the knowledge I possess after my many years as a runner, and all the knowledge I've gotten by reading a lot of books written by, for example, Matt Fitzgerald and Jackie Daniels, to name a few. You never know if I might get a coach in the future, but that would be me trying new ways and to maybe find some new inspiration once again. My second reason to why I want to have a written training plan is that I want my runs to be more structured, and I also want to have a clear overview of my training to be sure that I hit that 80% easy and 20% of hard runs. I always have some kind of plan in my head in preparations for my marathons in terms of the number of sessions I need and how many long runs, etc. But to be able to run faster than 4:30 per kilometer in Tokyo, I think I need to have a scripted plan that I follow every week. And that being said, I will still put in an extra day of rest or do some cross training if I feel like I'm too worn out, which in turn could lead to an injury. My faster sessions are also with a bigger purpose than just getting faster. It can be me training to run at marathon pace, or it can be me running short anaerobic sessions just to improve my body's ability to handle lactic acid. By composing a training plan, I will also use periodization to a greater extent than before. Every 3 weeks will be a recovery week where I reduce the volume and put in a rest day. And this will also help me to not accumulate fatigue and hopefully be able to train harder during my hard weeks. And it will also be a mental thing during the hard weeks to know that I have a recovery week soon to come. I usually just have easy weeks when I feel for it, when I'm tired, but that can sometimes be very rarely, so this will be better for my recovery. To be sure that I run my runs at the right pace to not getting too fatigued, I will also be better keeping track of my heart rate zones. After many years of running, I'm quite good at running by feel. I know how it should feel when I run easy, and I know how it should feel when I run at threshold speed, for example. But this time will be even more careful to run at the right speed so that my sessions will be as they were meant to be. And it's now been a long time since I did the lab test to find out my heart rate zones, but I'm going to do that now in December, and I hope that will give me some new insights. And of course I will make a video about that, so be sure to subscribe so not miss that video. Along with my running, I will also do some more cross training, and this is not all new to me since I always do some cross training, but it has almost been as instead of running due to fatigue or minor injury. And this time I will do it for the same reason if needed, but more than ever I would do it to increase my training load besides running a lot of miles. In this way I will improve my aerobic capacity. Besides me doing some more cross training, I will also do some more plyometric exercises than before, and they will be basic and simple because otherwise it can be quite easy to injure yourself. But some box jumps and frog jumps on flat ground, and this will help me getting a slightly longer natural stride without overreaching it. This is also kind of strength training, of course, but I will not do them instead of strength training. I will do my strength training as I always do, but with the incorporation of plyometrics. I usually don't run on the treadmill that much, but since the Tokyo Marathon takes place in March, my training will be in the winter when it can be icy and slippery outside. Most of my quality session will therefore be on the treadmill. And one more reason for that is that it will be easier to control my speed and keeping track of my heart rate. But still, 70 to 80% of my running will be outside if the weather conditions allows it. If you have been following me on this channel in 2022, you know that I've been running a lot of races. Some I have run as a part of my training, but I have also been running some long trail ultras which really hammer my body. It is important for me that I run mostly for fun, and to run races is a part of that, not taking my training too seriously. But especially these long ultras requires too long recovery time after, and that I can manage maybe once a year. But this year I have run 4 races that have been longer than a marathon. Running a 90k ultra, for example, 1 month prior to the London Marathon wasn't the best choice. But as explained in my London Marathon video, that race had been postponed due to the pandemic, and that was on my bucket list. But now I only have 1 race planned as a part of my training plan, and that is 1 month before the marathon, when I will be running a half marathon. If I am going to increase my training load some and also run 20% of my runs as quality sessions, I also need to keep a better focus on recovery than I do today. I do use my massage gun and foam roller, but mostly when I'm stiff and have sore muscles. Now I use my massage tools every day to get the blood circulation a boost. I have recently bought myself an electronic foot massager, and it has been one of my best investments. I as well as my family use it every day. And to recover properly, it is also important to make the time to eat something small after my sessions to refill energy, which brings me on to my next thing, and that is that I will put more emphasis on what I eat and when I eat. I do eat a well-balanced diet already, but one thing that's hard when having a family with 3 kids is that you eat when they want to eat. I will of course continue to eat with my family, but if I feel hungry between meals, I will then eat then too. I will eat when I'm hungry, and I will eat less when I'm not that hungry. This will also help me with a stable blood sugar, which is important so I don't constantly crave sweet sugary treats, which I often am. So what do you think I saved for my last and most important change? That is to believe more in myself and my goals. Dare to say the target out loud and believe that it's achievable. As a female 47-year-old, running faster than 4:30 per kilometer during a marathon is tough, but it's doable. With the right attitude and training, it will work. On race day, a lot of things can happen. It can be terrible weather, as when I ran the Boston Marathon in 2018, for example, or I can grab a cold or something, but these things are nothing that you can prepare for, so I put emphasis on that. Just know that it can happen and it will be okay. If you want to see a video from my last marathon, you can watch this video from London Marathon with all its amazing crowd. I will not be a slave to these changes, but to be able to continue running faster at my age is a joy, and I always try to find new paths in my training to learn and to inspire. And if you got something out of this, please give this video a thumbs up. And I will of course on my Road to Tokyo share some of my sessions and my training, as well as other running related stuff. And you should have a nice run, and I see you soon. Bye!